Hi everyone, this is your friendly neighborhood JavaScript programmer here to teach you all the basics of this wonderful language. JavaScript is the only language that can run directly in the web browser, which by default makes it one of the most popular languages because programmers don't really have any other choice if they want to make a website. JavaScript is also one of my favorite languages to work with. Despite being initially aimed at only building websites, nowadays popular frameworks like React Native and Electron allow you to also make mobile and desktop apps with it. And you can use Node.js to run it on your server. Nowadays, you can also use it for machine learning using TensorFlow, and it's always spreading to even more things. This is because in programming, there is a law which states anything that can be written in JavaScript will eventually be written in JavaScript. Now, I think we've wasted enough time on meta information, so let's just jump straight to the code. You can run JavaScript directly in your browser, but for now, we'll be using VS Code to write our code. We can use the prompt function to take user input, but in real world use cases, you'll usually be using the HTML input box for this purpose, which I'll certainly be teaching in our future videos. JavaScript supports template literals, so when you need to print a variable, you can use backticks instead of quotes and concatenate the variable using a dollar sign and parentheses. But what exactly is a variable? A variable is a way to store a value in a program. In JavaScript, we can create variables using the var keyword. If-else statements are one of the most important parts of a program. To use an if statement, just write the if keyword followed by a condition and then write the body of the statement within parentheses. You can do the same thing for else statements and you can have a bunch of else if statements in between as well. You can use loops to iterate over a range of values. Like most languages, JavaScript has two main loops, for and while, which basically do the same thing in two different ways. You need an initializer, a condition, and an increment or decrement operation. In the for loop, we have all three of these in the same line, whereas in the while loop, the variable is initialized before the loop, and the increment decrement operation occurs at the end of the loop. However, JavaScript lets you use the loop in another way called the for off loop, which is similar to Python's implementation of the for loop. Finally, let's learn about functions. Functions are used to group a set of statements together into a reusable block of code. You can also pass arguments into a function or have it return a value that can be stored in a variable. To call a function, we can just use its name. That's it for this tutorial. I hope by now you have a basic understanding of JavaScript. Make sure to subscribe if you found this helpful, and I'll see you in the next one.